Hey, this is Chris from Destination Art. I am on my trip to Arizona and I wanted to show you just a little bit of my travels before I paint something. Look how pretty that sky was. I love this cutout. Every video I make where I'm traveling up to St. Louis, I might put this cutout in here, which is silly, but it's so pretty. It's huge. You're driving inside of a hill. It's totally cool. They must have used so much explosives to get that going. Anyway, so I did fly out of St. Louis into Phoenix, and so here's proof that I was on a plane. I don't know. These travel videos, what are you supposed to do? I did see some very nice palm trees and some saguaro cactus. And if you want to pause and use any of this as reference material, please feel free. So I went to Phoenix first and visited my son, and we went hiking. And so I went up this hill and took this picture, and then I took a panorama. So this is starting looking north, and then looking east, and then finally looking south. Then I actually flew to Tucson after that. Very nice sunset out of my hotel balcony right there, which I'm gonna do a whole bunch of stuff with these scenes, but we got some atmospheric perspective here and a nice sunset. Isn't it pretty? Hi, I want to quickly show you my travel kit. I got this vinyl pouch at Walmart. I think Target has them as well. I have my Traveler's Notebook, Traveler's Company USA notebook in here for taking notes. I have a travel sketchbook that I made. I used some 9x12, I think it was 9x12, cold press paper that I got. I cut in half, and then I just sewed it with some twine for that. I have a sweatband for wiping my paintbrush off. I have a little mini sketchbook that I used 4x6 paper and just some other cardstock that I rounded the corners on. This one I just stapled together to make a little notebook. I have some washi tape. I have some travel brushes. These are Da Vinci. I got them at an art supply store in St. Louis. I have microns, a pencil. I have a cute kneaded eraser in an Altoids tin, which I think this might be the most proud thing I've ever done. Okay, maybe my standards are a little bit low. And then here's my Arizona palette that I made in a video from before. And of course I went to an art supply store and I got this watercolor block paper, which a block of watercolor paper is sort of glued together, so you don't have to use washi tape. And look how awesome it fits in my kit. I'm so excited. I also got some Neo Color 2 pencils, which just as an experiment, I got the CMYK palette, right? Which allows you to make some brilliant colors, and I just got that because I wanted to. And then I also, I'll show you in a second, but I was watching a video that said if you are a beginner watercolorist, or if you're trying to get back into it and you're trying to do landscapes, the recommendation was to use a blue. I've got an ultramarine blue here, a burnt sienna, and then a yellow, so that you can not worry about colors and just worry about values. And I thought that was kind of cool, so I got these as an experiment to practice that. I haven't filled up this book yet, I'm just starting, but here I wanted to give you a little bit of a sketchbook walkthrough of my little mini sketchbook that I made with 4x6 paper. I used the watercolor palette to paint these palm trees. I swatched my colors so I could see what they were doing, because I swatched these colors before, which I should probably swatch these in this book as well. But these are the Neo Color 2, the haul that I got, the comparison that I had for that. This painting is outside my window. It's a little cartoonish with the buildings and everything, but I did this one with the Neo Color 2s, and so I used, only for this, I used the burnt sienna, the yellow, and the ultramarine. I did throw a little bit of the magenta. They call it purple. I don't understand. Anyway, I did put a little bit of that in there. So, and this was just an attempt to, see how they work with this paper and everything. And then I also used the palette to paint the mountains the same way, but to remove the buildings because they were confusing me, and I just wanted to practice mountains a little bit. And of course, this is the A mountain that I talked about before, and the mountain behind it. I don't know if it's on the same plane as those mountains, but I put it there anyway. So yeah, practice. Now my plan is I'm hoping to redo this painting now that I've practiced it a couple of times in my really cool watercolor block, the better paper, and try to do a better drawing with the buildings. And anyway, stay tuned for that.